Welcome to Airborne Flight Training. Coming up on this week's episode, EAA International Young Eagles Day nears. Vulcanair shows off 8.3 GPH fuel burn in 180 horsepower Skyhawk alternative. Amerijet pilots reach tentative agreement on new contract. And I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. EAA International Young Eagles Day nears. Dreams will take flight for young people during the 30th Annual International Young Eagles Day to be observed Saturday, June 10, 2023. The yearly event is undertaken to encourage all EAA members and chapters to participate in the Young Eagles program, thereby passing the challenges and rewards of aviation on to a new generation. In EAA parlance, young eagles are children ages 8 to 17 who are taken aloft in the personal aircraft of EAA members that they may experience the joys and wonders of flight, often for the first time in their young lives. The flights are most often round-robin affairs, departing from and returning to the same local airport. Young eagles are accompanied by their parents or guardians who take part in airport tours and pre- and post-flight procedures and briefings. These discovery flights are offered free of charge by local EAA chapters, chartered by the Oshkosh, Wisconsin-based EAA National Parent Organization. Worldwide, EAA chapters number in excess of 900, the majority of which are based in the U.S., typically on or near secondary or regional airfields, the likes of LEE. In some cases, however, Young Eagles flights have launched from remote grass runways. And after the break, AirVenture 2023 to feature expanded youth activities.
Throughout the globe, Piper Aircraft has hand-selected the very best in company representation, service, and support. From first inquiry to acquisition to product support, Piper Aircraft ownership is seamless and worry-free. Piper Aircraft authorized dealers, factory trained, factory connected.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/rusty today for details.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. AirVenture 2023 to feature expanded youth activities. A new Youth Welcome Center is the latest addition to an expanding list of activities by which young people stand to be contemporaneously educated and entertained at AirVenture 2023. In addition to its primary function of serving as a guidepost for all AirVenture youth activities, the Youth Welcome Center, which is located at the busy Four Corners intersection west of Boeing Plaza, provides important family facilities and information ranging from restrooms and shade to ATMs and changing and nursing stations. FAPA pilot retirement and recruitment event announced. FAPA announced its second annual pilot retirement event, a recruitment initiative undertaken for purpose of addressing the ostensible shortage of pilots in certain sectors of the aviation industry. The event features pilot recruiters, employers, and financial advisors, and is slated to take place at Las Vegas, Nevada's MGM Grand Hotel, May 22nd through 24th, 2023. WestJet pilots file 72-hour strike notice. WestJet pilots represented by ALPA issued a 72-hour strike notice to both the Calgary-headquartered Air Carriers Management and the Canadian government. The move set in motion a 3-day countdown over which WestJet management may either agree to a fair and equitable pilot labor contract or incur crippling operational shutdowns resultant of its pilot cadre collectively availing itself of the full range of options made available under Canada's Labor Code. Textron brings Citation simulator to Europe. Textron has expanded support for its European business jet customers by bringing a new Cessna Citation CJ3 Plus, Cessna Citation M2 Gen 2 convertible flight simulator to the UK. Subject Simulator is scheduled to be operational and ready to facilitate training events at Flight Safety International's Farnborough, England Learning Center in January 2025. The full flight motion of the new Farnborough Learning Center Citation Simulator integrates True's RealQ system, which comprises an electric motion base with 42-inch stroke actuators. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Vulcanair shows off 8.3 GPH fuel burn in 180 horsepower Skyhawk alternative. The Vulcanair V1 is shaping up to be more efficient than before now that the design sees a freshly revamped cowling, providing cooler head temps and lower fuel burn than the original spec. The V1 has been making the rounds and seeing lots of interest on the tour circuit, according to Marketing VP Michael McMahon. At the October University Aviation Association convention, passers-by were reportedly impressed at the modest fuel burn for the 180 horsepower Lycoming IO 360 equipped in the high-wing, tricycle-geared aircraft. In its current installation, the new cowling drops CHTs by 30 degrees compared to the original design, decreasing wear and adding a few of those all-important maintenance dollars back into operator pockets over the life of the plane. McMahon said the Vulcanair is seeing considerable gains in efficiency too, with a 75 to 80% power setting seeing about 8.3 gallons per hour in terms of fuel burn. Not too shabby, particularly when that power setting is supposedly sufficient for most training flights. He said the Vulcanair V1 presents a trifecta of savings, offering, quote, the lowest acquisition cost aircraft in its market for certified 4-seat Lycoming 180 horsepower aircraft with what may be the lowest cost of maintenance, end quote, all topped off with a, quote, significant reduction in fuel flow and operating costs, end quote. And after these messages, Amerijet pilots reached tentative agreement on new contract.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
If it looks good, it usually flies good. The Bristol series of aircraft is proof of that. Furthering their legacy of safety and efficiency, Bristol is proud to feature the Rotax 915 IS Turbo in the current lineup of aircraft. The 915 IS Turbo power plant offers more power than ever before in a light sport aircraft. Learn more about Bristol at www.sportflyingusa.com.
Welcome back. Amerijet pilots reached tentative agreement on new contract. Following 3 years of negotiations, Amerijet International pilots represented by ALPA reached a tentative agreement with the air carrier's management. The new 3-year labor proposal includes pay raises upwards of 45%, as well as significant improvements to aircrew members' schedules, work rules, and retirement security. Amerijet ALPA Master Executive Council Chair Captain Tim Miller stated, quote, I am thrilled that the years of hard work and dedication our negotiating committee has given can finally be shared with our pilots to vote on. The days of our pilots working under an incredibly subpar and outdated contract will soon be over. It is my sincere hope that the improvements in pay, quality of life, retirement, and insurance will enable the company to recruit and retain pilots to sustain our continued growth into new markets, end quote. The Amerijet ALPA MEC unanimously approved the tentative agreement's forwarding to the airline's 300 rank-and-file pilots for ratification and will open 3 weeks of ratification voting on June 2, 2023. If ratified, the new labor agreement would take effect June 26th. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.